Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another action-packed episode of the Mayor of Superstars. I, of course, am your host, Brent Piles, and with me, as always, it's some Mayor Slam this week. Mayor of Canton. Mayor, how are you doing?
Doing very well. Just can't wait for SummerSlam around the corner. Keep trying to put together some plans to make sure that I can actually go to this. But right now, about 70% chance I'm going to be going. So,
well, fuck.
so.
Somebody's got to agree to drive you to SummerSlam. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that and taking care of a dog all at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If I lived in your city, Mayor, I'd come over and hang out with him, but I don't. That would be a long drive to dog sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things to get figured out and trying.
Yeah. At Gia WrestleNet, Glenn Abbott, of course, is here with us. Glenn feels bright-eyed and bushy-tailed because it is what, like...
It's only 8 o'clock.
It's weird for you, huh?
I know. It is.
I can still see the sun like creeping through the window behind you, which is strange.
I've never noticed that before. That's the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's never any light coming through it. That's why.
Don't normally get that at 1:30 in the morning.
You guys, you guys, can you see it over my head there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the belt. Yeah,
The belt.
Looks good. You got the collection going on back there.
I tried. I was like, I gotta figure out a way to put this up. So I was like, I'll put thumbtacks in specific spots so that it'll just hold it in place, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks good there, I think.
Yeah, I like it. Looks good.
Looks great. Anyway, you fellas watch any wrestling this week? Anybody?
Before we start with this week's wrestling.
Oh yeah, tell us, Glenn. Tell us all the news we need to know about Sandy Beach.
We need to go back to last week for those that can remember. And a jobber called Sandy Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Now this comes full circle because where is it? Here we go. In the spring of 1988, while preparing to enter the police academy of Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
Wow.
What's his name? I have to keep flipping backwards and forwards. His real name is Richard Allen. So while Allen was going to the police academy, he was offered a minor role in the 1989 action film No Holds Barred.
Get the fuck out of here.
No Holds Barred.
Not No Holds Barred.
Holds Barred.
And that's how he ended up getting a wrestling gig as well.
Yep. And he gained the attention of the WWF during the filming. Then Allen rejected a football scholarship from Florida State and Georgia Southern University to start working for the WWF.
He was so excited to tag team with Boris Zukov that he couldn't control himself. He saw Boris Zukov and thought, that's my soulmate right there.
He could have went to Florida State. You're talking about like late 80s, early 90s. Florida State was like
a top four country.
Yeah,
top four team in the country.
And I say that because they used to beat Nebraska in the bowl games.
Yeah, Ron Simmons was there at that time, I think.
Damn. Yeah, you're probably right. Around that same time, yeah. That's crazy.
So, yep, he had the ring names over the years of Sunny Beach, as in SUNNY, Sunny Beach, as in SONNY, Sandy Beach, just to keep it on track.
Huh.
And Rick Allen, which was basically his real name.
He gave up an opportunity to play college football or be a police officer to wrestle by those names.
Yeah, to be Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach. I was like, what are we going to call him? I don't know. I like to go to the beach. What's at the beach? Sandy Beach. Get out there.
That's good shit.
He made his WWF debut on August the 14th, 1988, defeating the Gladiator at a house show in Athens, Alabama.
I could see them. They're like on the set of No Holds Barred. Vince is kind of like surveying everyone. He's like, "Oh, look at this guy." He's like, "I see a lot of this guy. Look at him. He looks. I see a beach. I see a sunny sandy beach."
You ever see that show on E!
Get some overalls on him.
Son of the Beach? Do you remember that show from the 90s?
Son of the Beach? I don't.
I don't know. It was a comedy with, I can't remember anyone that was in it, but
I bet if I looked it up, I might remember.
It was pretty funny. I just I couldn't tell you any of the actors' names or actresses, but it was funny. It was supposed to be like a spoof off Baywatch from memory.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm looking at it now. No, I never saw this, but it definitely looks like a Baywatch spoof if I've ever seen
Yeah,
one.
that's what it was. It's pretty much just a spoof.
Tune in next week, everybody, while we start the review of Son of the Beach. I'm just kidding.
They really saw something in this guy though, because he made his first WWF television appearance on October the 8th episode of WWF Superstars, where he and the also wonderfully named Rusty Riddle took on the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels at the Market Square Arena.
Rusty Riddle.
Come on down to the beach, but watch out! Don't step in any rusty riddles. That you will need a shot after that.
He then went on to tag with Iron Mike Sharp on the October 16th episode of WWF Wrestling Challenge in a losing effort against the Young Stallions, Jim Powers, and Paul Roma. So, yeah, back at that time, the WWF saw something in him. Don't know what happened.
Saw enough in him to let him get beat up in a couple of tag team matches. He also that's Canada's greatest athlete and the world's best bowler, Iron Mike Sharp.
Definitely the best bowler. He still bowls 300s. That's it.
And I think he's dead, and he still bowls 300.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's where
they say his spirit still haunts all bowling alleys across the southern states. I mean, Canada, the southern Canada. Is there a southern Canada? There's got to be.
Yeah.
Talking about Toronto.
talking about Canada, when he left the WWF in 1988, he went to Stampede Wrestling.
Of course he did.
Sunny Beach did?
Sunny Beach did.
Oh, okay.
Probably a babyface up there in Calgary because they never seen it. So.
They've never seen a beach, that's for sure.
Oh, 100%.
He received a title shot against Chris Benoit for the Stampede British Commonwealth Mid-Heavyweight Championship in Edmonton, Alberta. He also teamed with Goldie Rogers for several matches against the Power Twins before returning to the US after his 2-week stint.
Goldie Rogers sounds like a running back for like Army in 1934.
And that is where
1934. He rushed for just over 501 yards.
Yeah, and that is where we came to meet him in the summer of 1989. He's back in the WWF and doing Wrestling Challenge and also Prime Time and some Superstars.
Well, there you go. That's the life and times of Sunny Beach right there, which I didn't think we would get it, but
it is SummerSlam, so we should be reviewing all the sunny beaches we can.
That's very true.
You know what, pal? I hadn't put that together, but you're absolutely right. That's exactly how it went. That's funny. But there you go. The history of Sunny Beach, who could have went to college or been a police officer instead. Who knows? Well, who knows what happened to him after wrestling?
Well, I could go into that, but there's no point.
Yeah.
We're just going to pretend he's still out on a beach somewhere.
He did promoting after he finished wrestling.
Oh, okay. So he didn't become like a ravage, like a drug addict and die when he was 38 or something. So that's good.
No.
That's good. That's good news. So it's a happy ending. He's laying on laying on a sandy, sunny beach somewhere, whether you spell it with a U or with an O. But back to my original question. Did anybody watch any wrestling this week? I watched a little.
Not other than the one we talked about earlier, but I have not watched anything on SmackDown. I missed all of SmackDown.
I didn't watch SmackDown either. I saw nothing on SmackDown.
No, I've not seen much. I've not seen a lot of what was on SmackDown either, apart from what was on YouTube.
I saw they beat up Cody Rhodes and put him through a table. Didn't they do that already the week before?
They did, yeah. That's the
second. They've done that a couple times now.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So that's not news. I watched Raw, but I didn't watch all of it. I still haven't watched the Sami Zayn Ilya match. But
Did you see the Luke Hart? Luke Hart.
Yes, I did see the Eric Rowan promo.
Eric Rowan
video.
promo. That was
really good.
Not a dry eye in the house, as they say.
Well, and the best thing about these is that usually it's silly and over the top, but these guys are actually giving you how they really felt and how they really feel.
Yeah.
And that gives it a whole different perspective than most of the stuff you've ever gotten from like The Fiend or anything like that, at least in my opinion. So I thought it was good.
Yeah, don't you think that they're adding to it by taking it slowly as well?
Yes.
They're not rushing them into anything.
Which is smart.
Yeah, it's a very smart thing.
Yeah. Rushing things is never good, it seems now that they don't rush things. In prior years, rushing things was the way to go, but now it seems that they're going to let things play out, which is good. So, I mean, they've kept me interested with all this Wyatt Six stuff, and I usually can't say that for the supernatural things. So, this has been really good. Like I said, to give it an element of realism is making it very interesting, for sure.
It certainly is.
Yeah. My favorite was Jey Uso. He comes up on because the whole thing with Dominic and Rhea has happened in the ring, and Jay he's talking to Damian Priest in the back. Dom is, and then Jey Uso pops up. And he's like, "Is it true? Is it true?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Mommy's single and free to mingle." He's like, "Tell her to hit me up because I'm trying to holler."
Yeah,
that goes back to an old story as well, doesn't it?
Oh, does it? I don't know.
Yeah, there's long-term booking going on now.
I thought that was really funny. The way he just popped up out of nowhere. I thought that was good.
Anybody watch any NXT?
I did, but now I'm trying to remember what I saw on it.
So I was hoping somebody would remember what they saw on it because I can't.
I definitely watched it. I just don't remember what I saw. That's terrible. It's only 5 days later, but trying to remember, put it all back pieces together in my head.
I know that the Rascals faced Gallus. I remember that.
Yeah, that was the one that I was getting at because I did watch Slammiversary last night, or rather this morning.
Oh, from TNA, huh?
And that was a cracking match with the three of them from the Rascals against the whatever it is catch.
Oh, the New Catch Republic.
New Catch Republic.
No, the Quarter Catch Crew.
Quarter Catch Crew. That's the ones. And what they did really well was Charlie Dempsey and what's his name? You wouldn't think I'd watch it.
Tyler.
Yeah.
No, not Tyler. Because Tyler's not in it. It's I don't even know the guys that are in Quarter Catch Crew anymore. I know Charlie Dempsey, but I don't know the other two dudes' names because they let go of Damon Kemp.
Damon Kemp.
Damon Kemp's gone.
Yeah. No Quarter Catch Crew are Charlie Dempsey, Tavian Heights, Miles Bourne. And the Rascals are Trey Miguel, Zachary Vance, and of course Wesley. And what they did really well is they Wesley did a lot of stuff with Charlie Dempsey, so that's going to bleed over into NXT as well.
Good.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. This whole TNA NXT thing, I think we gushed about it last week too. It's been pretty good. There was like a promo thing between Bia Hale and Roxanne Perez. That I thought was good. I think Bia Hale's gotten really better, especially like cutting promos. She doesn't seem as much of a silly child anymore to me as she used to. I mean, she still has elements of that, but she seems more or less than a silly child to me than she used to.
Yeah. Thea Howe actually showed up the champion in the promo department, I thought.
Yeah, I
Roxanne
thought she was
Perez,
good too. Yeah.
Roxanne Perez was a bit sort of hesitant in her promo, but Nazir just came out there and blew her out the water.
Yeah, I missed all of that. I did not get to see any of this part.
Yeah, you should check that out. That was a good little back and forth because I think they're facing off at the Great American Bash.
They are, yeah.
Which I think that starts next week or the week after. It's on Sci-Fi too. It's not on USA. It's on the Sci-Fi network.
That's weird. Is there the Olympics on the other channel or something?
That's probably what it is.
Probably
The Olympics.
Because I know the Olympics are coming up. They're probably going to take over a bunch of channels.
Well, especially NBC channels like USA. Yeah, I just thought about that because the women's soccer team plays on the 24th. They play their first Olympic matchup.
Right. Can I confirm something with you, gents?
Sure.
We are in 2024, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I thought so because I wasn't sure this morning because I watched TNA put the new digital media and international heavyweight wrestling championship on PCO.
Wait a minute. Can you say that belt name for me one more time? It's a mouthful.
It's the new digital media and international heavyweight wrestling championship.
Can they fit that all on a title, on a belt?
Right.
That's a lot of words to fit on a belt.
That is a mouthful.
At least they only had to type PCO on there. That leaves a lot of
That's why
letters.
they did it. They said we can't fit anything else on this belt. It's got to be something with 3 letters.
They've got so many belts.
Yeah, I think that's all of wrestling. All of wrestling, there's too many belts.
Yeah.
Well, I guess WWE's not that bad, I suppose, but
No, because they've trimmed theirs down, haven't they? But
yeah.
I'm trying to think who some of the.
so yeah, PCO is back as a champion again.
Interesting. He's got to be what, 55?
It's got to be at least.
And he was wrestling. He's been wrestling since the late 80s, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's right. If you look up PCO, it says something else. It says some sort of disorder. PCO, he is 56 years old, so he's almost 60.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Glenn, it is the prestigious Internet Southern Catchweight International Digital Media Underground Championship. So,
yeah.
Dan, I'm sorry. Dan's going to hear this and be like, fuck these guys.
Well, a former WWF wrestler ended up, or WWE, ended up winning the TNA championship as well, right?
Yeah, I'll nickname Naismith or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler as was.
Oh.
He's now the world champion.
Nice. Who did he beat? Who was the champion?
Moose.
Oh. Interesting. Old Moose.
But they did it in a fatal 4-way.
Oh, okay.
Which brings me to another point. One of our favourite lady tag teams, your mine anyway, Brent, the Lady Witches, who are the champions at the moment.
Oh yes.
There was Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill, and they were cutting a promo in the ring, and they came up on the screen, and they were talking about wanting to get a rematch. Basically, the girl said to them, "We're the champions. We decide who and when and who gets
as a championship
shot," which I thought was brilliant because there's too much of this. Oh yeah, you could have a championship shot going on at the moment on all the different companies, not just WWE or AEW or TNA. They're all at it, just riding roughshod over their champions and just giving everybody a shot.
Yeah, I think that's more for when champions are baby faces. It seems like they'll throw out whatever they want willy nilly. But sometimes they do it with the thing I don't ever get is when people are like, "No, I don't want to fight one guy. I want to fight 4 guys." Why the fuck? That's stupid.
Well, that happened to Moose. No, and he's neither a baby face nor somebody that should actually take that Oh, well, it's all right. I don't mind going into a fatal 4-way.
Yeah. So yeah, I know I agree with you there. As a champion should. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna face you because I don't have to. I am the champion.
And
You are.
Joe Hendry got absolutely decimated in this fatal 4-way.
Oh, he was in it too, huh?
Yeah, so that probably means that he's on his way out of TNA.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them. Yeah, I could see him being signed by NXT for sure, especially with as much as they're putting him on TV.
That's right.
That makes sense. But yeah, I don't think there's anything further from wrestling that we can.
No, that's more than enough.
We didn't see enough, so it's time now to watch some WWF. It's the WWF Superstars of Wrestling, as it was known in 1989, from August the 12th. And so let's put it up on the screen here. You, of course, can watch along with us on YouTube if you're only listening right now. If you feel like watching along with us, head over to YouTube and you can watch on there with us. And here we go. We are in Worcester still.
The Centrum.
Oh, get nosebleed from up there.
That's an ugly looking building.
It really is. It looks like a movie theater.
It looked like a Home Depot.
That is so much of a 1960s build.
We got Jesse Ventura here, and with the shit demon, of course.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a Kango hat on? What is that? It's hard to tell.
I think it is a Kango hat.
Some sort of berry.
He's ahead of his time. I don't think those were even in yet. Or is that a beret?
It might be
a beret with a salamander or something on it.
It did look like a salamander. Maybe what was that? Didn't there used to be a clothing brand that used like a salamander on their shit?
Yeah, Gecko, the surf shop.
Yeah.
Oh, I could totally see Jesse Ventura out there surfing. He totally looks like a surfer, dude.
Out on the Baja.
I was down in the Baja doing surfing, brother. I'm sorry, that was Hulk Hogan. I can't do a Jesse Ventura. That's your forte, pal.
I'm not sure I can do Jesse either, but
you're better at it than I am.
Brother love getting top billing over the Macho Man and Zeus there.
No good, just what we need. Hulk comments from Hulk and the Barber. Here come the men in bondage gear. Here comes the axe. Here comes the smasher. We're demolition. A walking disaster. Pain and destruction is our middle name. Oh. It's a great song.
It's one of the best.
I wonder who came up with the idea of them dressing like gimps.
God damn it, pal. Give him some bondage gear. I like it.
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh God, what are these two?
Mark Scanterbury,
Scarberry,
and Jimmy Arnold.
Very bleached blonde gentleman.
Definitely, 100% bleached blonde gentleman. Oh damn it! I had the freaking result. I had the.
And looking at them, very burger fueled gentlemen as well.
They do look like they know where all the Burger Kings are. Absolutely.
They're not having it their way right now, though.
They're absolutely not.
They're not going to, are they?
No, they're going to get whoppered.
They are about to get whoppered for sure. Kenny Arnold, who I have no information on, they've got nothing on him. All it says is Ken Arnold is an American professional wrestler. So all I can tell you about Ken is that he is American and a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And Mark Scanterbury, I can also give you the same information. He's an American professional wrestler. That's it. I got nothing.
Are the Brainbusters cutting a promo on Scanterbury?
They are. They're like, look here, Scanterbury. When we see you in Worcester next week, we're going to kick your teeth down your throat. They would like Scanterberries. They taste like shit. Sorry.
Kicked him in the face.
He did. He just a kick to the face. Take this with your bleach blonde hair, you fucking asshole. Holy cow. Bleach blonde hair. Mary, you ever rock the bleach blonde hair?
I did for Halloween. I bleached my hair to be Zach Morris once, and
oh, okay.
That was it. Never intentional, like seriously, but
you only did it ironically.
I did it ironically, but it took like 10 months to grow out. So I had like bleached hair for like, through July.
That is like some dedication. You should have just like dressed like Zach Morris with a giant, ridiculous
Wig.
80s phone for 10 months. Why not? Go with the whole gimmick. You've already committed to this hair.
I didn't realize how long it would take to grow out to like, but it did. It was good for a while.
You know what, pal? I applaud your commitment because that is commitment right
That is
there.
commitment. That is commitment to a cause.
That is commitment. I thought you were going to tell me you did it like in the 8th grade.
No, I don't think I ever even had bleached blonde hair then either.
That was a very happening thing when I was in the 8th grade. I never did it, but you'd get bleached blonde tips. That'd be something people would do when I was in school in the 90s.
Oh, I did have highlights in college, but no like full bleach blonde hair. It wasn't the whole thing now.
Well, who didn't have highlights in college?
Yeah.
I didn't go, but if I had, I would have definitely had highlights. Uh-oh. I think it's over for these guys. They're feeling the middle names of Demolition, which is Pain and Destruction. Because it says that in the song. Is there a second verse to the song, or is there just one?
I don't know.
I don't know the words to the second verse. I only know the first one. Sorry.
I'm trying to think of it.
Just
I know
as
I
well,
heard it
really.
because yeah.
Oh, here we go. Search and destroy you. Run and we'll find you. There's no place to hide. The demos will get you. Demolition, demolition. That's how it goes. So, yeah, that's all it is. It feels like the song was longer, but there's only like, if you added up all the words, there's only like 20 words. Oh, here's the update. The WWF Magazine update.
I just love that. One of them in the ring strangling him, and then his tag partner out the ring kicks him in the face. To add insult to injury.
That was fun. Now we're looking back at it's Greg the Hammer Valentine. I'm not sure who. Oh, it's Jimmy Superfly Murderer. I mean Snuka. That he's facing. This is from Saturday Night's Main Event. Is that Pat Patterson as the referee in there?
Oh.
No, Pat.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Pat's a little more rotund than that. I
was gonna say he's heftier than that guy.
Is that Jimmy Garvin?
It might be Jimmy Garvin, though.
It is, I think.
Why the fuck?
He's a fast count.
Why the fuck is Jimmy Garvin the referee? Makes no sense. I don't understand.
I don't know. Are they gonna start a feud with Garvin and Valentine here?
Oh wow, people will be really invested in that.
I mean, that's how they do it with this.
I can't see. I can't wait for the big Garvin Valentine match at SummerSlam. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think they had like a submission match at a Royal Rumble in like 1988 or something. I think it's like fucking god awful. It's like 20 minutes long.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, who would want to?
Here we go.
Okay, well. Like, no, my hair is blonder. No, mine is. I got a stupider haircut. Yours looks great. Mine looks stupid. What do you mean? I can't grow my hair long like yours. I'm so upset about it. Jimmy Superfly is about to jump on Greg Valentine like he's a woman in a hotel room. I mean, like a man in the ring.
Oh!
What a punch right on the button.
Right on the button. Oh! Big splash there by Snuka. 1, 2, 3. And, well.
And Jimmy Snuka wins.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka is the winner. He is defeated Greg Valentine.
Look out!
Oh! Fucking Jimmy Garvin.
Now we see why Jimmy Garvin was the referee.
Yeah.
They're building to something here.
Yeah.
Crowd's going wild over it too.
I mean, I was wrong. Maybe people really are invested in Jimmy Garvin, Greg Valentine, dude. I can't see it, but I think I shared the audio. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Well, not yet because I haven't played it.
No.
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 Well, it's Greg Valentine. It's not very good. He said, look, this weekend at the bowling alley, you get 2 packs of cigarettes for the price of 1. Come on down, and I'll give you a ride home if you need it.
Here we go.
The greatest president of all time, Jack Tunney.
Jack Tunney.
Official business is taking place.
He was on the screen for like 15 seconds. Didn't CM Punk reference Jack Tunney when he was trying to get? He's like, so I need to call WWF President Jack Tunney.
Yeah,
That's good. Any Jack Tunney reference is gonna pop me until the end of time. Oh, time to do some shots because here comes Dino Bravo.
Oh no, not the tobacco man himself.
Shot. I know, I'm going to hell. I'll see you there. From one boring man to another. The only thing that could be more boring than a Jimmy Garvin Greg Valentine match is if you made it a three-way with Dino Bravo.
Dino Bravo.
Brian Johnson, he looks familiar.
He does.
Yeah, with a blonde dye on a pole match.
Oh boy, there you go. Now you're talking, bro. Let's see what Brian Johnson, also known as El Hijo del Squid Jr., the Mecca, and just Mecca.
So he's a luchador?
One time, apparently. He was once the Ace Tag Team Champion. That's the American Championship Entertainment. I'm not making this up. The DTW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion 4 times. He was the ECWA Unified Tag Team Champion 1 time. He also wrestled in a wrestling promotion called Old Time Wrestling, where he is the 3-time Battle Bull winner, whatever that means.
He's just had his brain scrambled. Dino Bravo,
and the recipient of the Brain Scramble Award in 1989. I made that one up. But yeah, I don't know if you ever watched the Mecca wrestle, Mayor?
No, I can't say I remember any matches, any wrestler named the Mecca. I feel like this match should have been over by now.
Yeah, it should have been.
Dino's just keeps pulling him up.
Yeah, come
on. He's fighting. He's got some fight in him.
He really is. Brian Johnson's got some fight in him, but I think that's going to do it.
2 and another 3.
Dino Bravo, why don't you pin him with the fucking pile driver instead of the stupid ass side suplex? Of course, that would be his finishing maneuver. That boring shit. Fucking Dino Bravo. Old Dino. He did go out watching hockey night in Canada, and I feel like that's the way any hockey any would want to die is watching hockey night.
Look, you see his head's going to hit the. Yeah, that should have sorted him now.
Oh, here's Roddy Piper, who's making a return apparently, as we've talked about. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's going to be on commentary instead of Bobby.
He is instead of Bobby Heenan.
Heenan must be involved in something at SummerSlam.
Trying to think. I mean, he had the whole Heenan family there.
That's true. That's true. I guess it was more Jesse and Vince. I mean, Jesse doing commentary with Gorilla on the pay-per-views than Bobby at this point. Bobby probably even started doing it until more in the 90s. The early 90s, I mean. Who's this man? Peter Daughtry. Pete Daughtry, pick up his new fucking country western album because that shit's fire.
I was gonna say, I think this guy's a musical star.
Pete Daughtry.
His hit song "I Lost My Truck and My Dog Died" is all over nationwide hits everywhere. You can hear it right now. He also wrestled as the Golden Terror, the Duke of Dorchester, and Designated Hitman. I like that one. He was, of course, the Duke of Dorchester because he was from Dorchester, Massachusetts.
All right.
Early Duke. Duke started in pro wrestling after serving 3 years in the U.S. Army. Thank you for your service. Let me see. That's not interesting. He wrestled for Vince McMahon Sr. in the 1977. So that's
wow.
And in Georgia Championship Wrestling, he also wrestled in the Maritimes. Is that? Oh, that's in Canada. He was once managed by Captain Lou Albano. So there's that for you. And also check out his fucking albums because they're fire. Follow him on Spotify. I lost my trip and my dog died.
You can find his cassette tapes at truck stops all around the country.
That's right.
And Cracker Barrels.
You get a free tape when you buy a Pete Doherty T-shirt. It's got the hit. It's only got two songs on it. It's got "I Lost My Truck" and "My Dog Died," and then the instrumental. In case you want to sing it yourself. You're right about those shorts, though. He looks like a guy who rides his bike for fun. You know what I mean?
He looks like he's got the bottom half of Catweasel. Do you remember him, Brent?
Oh yeah, he kind of does. He kind of does. I think if he had invested more in his ring gear, he might have been able to do something.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit him with the flying burrito, and I'm only saying that because Jesse Ventura used to say it. I'm not saying that on my own accord.
Arriba,
arriba, arriba. I was so caught up with Pete Daughtry and his fucking country album that I forgot to do that. Thank you, Mayor. God damn it, Tito would be so upset with me. After the show comes out, he's going to call me and say, "Come on, Frank,
if you had a flying burrito, you got to do the arriba."
Sean Mooney is here. Mayor's not up for
I was listening to an interview with him earlier on.
Yeah, with old Sean?
Yeah, on YouTube.
What did he have to say? What was he talking about?
He's basically saying that he was stupid to leave the WWF.
Oh.
And that he thought that he'd do better taking up another job. When he did finally get a job as an anchor with one of the other companies, Vince telegrammed him and congratulated him because Vince was convinced that he was going to go to WCW.
Well, he's probably breathing a sigh of relief because you wouldn't want to lose Sean Mooney. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh geez.
Power of the Stars and the people of the Warriors. That's why I paint my face for all the people of the Warriors. And I don't even know what's going on right now. Is this camera even working? And I refuse to apologize to any children that I may have offended. And if you ask me for an autograph, I'll tell you to go fuck yourself.
Offend them and frighten the life out of them.
It's terrifying.
God, it's terrifying, isn't it?
Like, the wind from his promos his breath is blowing me back. And this was fucking 20, 30 years ago. How does eyeballs not shoot out of their fucking sockets?
Oh wait.
I thought what we got here?
I thought it was Ronnie Garvin standing next to him. Like, I'm really confused.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes. These two.
Yeah.
There's the face of disappointment right there, people.
I don't think I want to hear either of these guys cut promos. Let Jimmy do the talking.
Especially with Jimmy Hart as your manager, you don't cut promos. You let him do it.
This is your dad with your stepmom.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Hart's your weird uncle.
That's right.
Sorry.
The stable's called No Charisma.
I'm pissed that they ended that with those two fuckers and I didn't get to see Sean Mooney again. This is bullshit.
Not back to the event center.
Ted DiBiase is out here with Mike Jones.
It is Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
I was listening to him today.
Same season. I listened to Still Tipping earlier. Oh, here we go. I think he's saying there's no way the $1 Million Championship is on the line against a jobber. Probably not what he's saying, but he's taking on AWI Pod Hall of Famer and former AWI Pod Rumble winner Dusty Wolf. So,
look at him.
Yeah, he's known as Dale this time, but he's Dusty.
He has been known as Dusty Wolf.
Dusty actually wrestled as Doink a couple of times for the WWF, which I did not know.
He did. Yep.
Dusty Wolf?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Dusty Rhodes. I was going to say that'd kind of be noticeable.
Yeah. Quite a few pounds, don't
just put the bacon on. They'll never know.
He still does all of Dusty Rhodes moves.
What'd you say?
Said he still does all of Dusty Rhodes moves just as Doink.
Yeah.
He's out there gyrating his hips just like Dusty Rhodes. Oh God, this is a terrible show. There's just bad people everywhere. What did he say? Brother! Then he went away.
It wasn't very much, was it?
That was like 6 seconds.
He doesn't say a lot. He's a man of few words.
Well, yeah, when they took him down to the police station to question him about why this dead girl was in this hotel room, he said, "I don't speak English."
He probably did play that card.
He did. I know he did. He said it just like that too. He said, "I don't speak English."
Yeah.
I like how Dusty Wolf has the DW on his trunk, so that makes him official, like Ric Flair. You know what? I think Dusty Wolf could have been the $1 Million Man just as easily as Ted DiBiase, personally. My thoughts and feelings.
Do you think he had the laugh?
Yeah, I believe he absolutely did. I've never heard him laugh, but I'm just going to assume. I would have pushed him to the moon if it would have been my decision, Mayor. Dusty
Here
Wolf.
we go. The $1 Million Dream. Good night.
My $1 Million dream is that Dusty Wolf would have been the $1 Million Champion. That's my $1 Million dream.
I mean, he could have been the next John Cena.
Da, da, da,
I just want to hear Dusty Wolf do some freestyle rapping in the ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna try to do a Dusty Wolf rap, but I thought, no, I'm not gonna try because I'm not a good rapper. All they stuffing the $100 bill in his mouth. Good news is Dusty got to keep that, I assume. So
That's his
Yeah,
pay.
Look at
actually, you know what happened when nobody was looking? It's all about the men. That's the first $100 the mayor got mowing lawns when he was fucking 8.
this is the original first $100 bill I've ever got. I still have it to this day. 1981.
I would have spent that shit in a minute.
Ooh.
Still original. It's a big face 100 right here.
Little face 100, you mean?
Yeah, little face, old school little face.
Here we go. We've got a male stripper and a guy who bangs his best friend's wife on camera. So that's fun.
And his daughter's mate.
Apparently.
What is Brother Brood-Eye doing here?
Oh,
God.
You shut your mouth in a second.
He said, "You didn't see anything."
Yeah.
You didn't see a damn thing.
You weren't there.
You know nothing. His face has screws in it. Why would you believe him?
Oh.
Oh my
Was he
God.
doing the original Too Sweet there?
What the hell is going on?
Well, these two are fucking.
They're drugged out of their minds right now.
They are, aren't they? Look
They're
at
all hyped up on baby oil fumes. They're fucking. How massive are these guys' boners right now? I bet they're ginormous. It's probably like, you know what I mean, like full force. We hadn't talked about any of that sort of stuff this show yet, so I had to get it in.
It is somewhere.
Me and the Hulkster are tip to tip right now, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Here we go. A
flashback.
flashback. He hit Debo with a chair, and Debo said, "That's my bike, punk." So it went down. Jesus. Make it stop.
Yeah, please.
Still going.
It's gone on
Look at
too
his eyes.
long.
Did they replay the interview?
It feels like it. What is Brutus doing? It's like he's staring at the tip of the scissors, which is so weird.
He looked like he was about to stab Hulk.
He loves those scissors.
Bloody hell.
He would like to do things to those scissors, but he tried once and he stabbed himself.
Where do you get scissors that large?
Scissors are us.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Oh.
Oh, here's Miss Elizabeth, looking beautiful as ever.
What are they talking about, Miss Elizabeth? Here?
Oh, well, I assume because Randy Savage and bringing Elizabeth up. I don't know. It was just weird. Like, let's put the picture up. Can we?
Can we move on, please?
For crying out loud. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's go to the ring. Coco Beware the Bird Dance in the house.
Heck
With
yeah.
Frankie.
Oh, shoot.
Been a long time since I've actually seen him with Frankie.
We have. Oh, Bobby
Bobby
Jarrett.
Jarrett.
BOBBYJAEET. Bobby Jarrett. The lesser known Jarrett brother. I don't think I spelled that right, but it's okay. Coco Beware up in the house.
I don't think he's going to complain by the time that Coco's finished with him.
This guy's little. He looks like he could be a fucking cruiserweight.
He is tiny. It's even next to Coco, and Coco is not a large man.
BOBBJARRE T. That's Bobby Jarrett, the world's worst wrestler, the world's terriblest wrestler, and the world's worst wrestler.
Yeah.
I got no information on Bobby Jarrett. He is an American professional wrestler. That's it. He does have like a big helmet hair, though. I'll give him that. He looks like skinny Chris Benoit.
He's got decent tights on.
Yeah, I see the skinny Chris Benoit.
He looks like Chris Benoit with no steroids. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
He really does. I can't get over the
Ooh.
What a backbreaker there by
Give me off.
Well, I guess that's what happens when your name's Bobby Jarrett. Frankie looking on.
The parrot moved out the way.
Yeah, I feel like Frankie did move a little bit there.
Yeah, he did.
A little bit.
That's coming towards me.
Nice little suplex there by Coco.
Seems like Coco's taking this match a little long here.
Yeah, I think Coco's. This guy must have said something wrong to Frankie in the back.
Mm.
He said Paulie want a cracker to him, and Coco said, "I fucking hate when people say Paulie want a cracker to him. God damn it, I say this. Hate it. I hate it." I wish you could find more information on Bobby Jarrett, like if he's related to Jeff Jarrett. He's not. It's not spelled the same.
He just took a big boot to the face, though.
He did. Luckily, though, that helmet hair cushions his fall every time, so that's good for him.
Hopefully it cushions it here. He looks like he's about to get dropped on his head.
He looks like a muscular...
Oh,
shit!
You were right about that. He definitely got drops on his back and neck and head. And
yeah, that looked rough.
You may not have any information on this guy because he may be dead now.
He's dead.
I mean, dead now. I mean, as in 1989, August 14th. Yeah. Dead.
In Worcester, Massachusetts, or wherever it was.
Nobody wants to die in Worcester. Worcester, I think is how the Massachusetts people pronounce it. Worcester. Worcester. Worcester, Mass.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think Worcester, Mass is known for?
Their sauce.
Their Worcester sauce. Yeah, I got nothing. It says the city features many fine exhibits of Victorian-era mill architecture. So there's that. Once again, we're not equipped to watch the Brother Love show because he talks, and we're not into talking. So we're gonna stop for 1 second just to look at Zeus's weird face. There he is. There's Zeus. Got a big Z on his head. Oh yeah.
Duct tape on his arm.
And duct tape on that does look like duct tape. It does look like duct tape me, just duct tape me. Oh, we already saw this information. Okay, well, that's enough. It was fun while it lasted. Let me see. Let's search a little bit here. We'll go to the SummerSlam report with Mean Gene Okerlund. I think maybe they were doing them and Hogan and Beefcake were doing a competition to see who could look more coked out in their fucking promo for SummerSlam. Because goddamn, remember that promo last week and then this one? Good lord, there's a lot going on there. A lot of crazy individuals.
Ooh. When was it? When was SummerSlam?
It was on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Which is strange for a SummerSlam, you know.
Monday, August the 2nd, I think it was. They said.
Yeah, I think SummerSlam this year is on the 3rd of August, isn't it?
It is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty Rhodes versus the Honky Tonk Man, or Doink the Clown versus the Honky Tonk Man. Stay tuned. Oh, the $1 Million Man is going to take on Jimmy Superfly Murder. I mean Snuka. The Brain Busters versus the Heart Foundation. We ain't watching that.
Yeah, that'd be a good match.
That's supposed to be good for us.
I'm going to watch it myself, but we're not going to watch it on the show because that'd be We got the Red Rooster versus Mr. Perfect and what could have been match. Tito Santana teams the Rockers to take on the Rougeos and Rick the Model Martel. Hercules batters Greg Valentine. What? Then what's Jimmy Garvin have to do with anything?
He got shot.
This one
No.
reinforced the ring because you got Hakeem, Andre the Giant, the Big Boss Man. I don't think Andre ends up being in the match though, but I could be wrong. Against King Duggan and Demolition, so that'll be fun. I had to pause it because I was so confused as to why Greg Valentine's facing someone else other than.
Yeah.
Look at those chops. He's got Thomas Bryce chops. Not as good, but nearly for Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem reminds me, I used to have a friend who would do a certain substance and he would put his arm to his body like this and he wouldn't move it. I'm not going to say what substance that was, but don't do
Jello pudding pops.
It was Jello. Yeah, too many Jello pudding pops, and then he wouldn't be able to move his arm.
It makes you speak like Bill Cosby, and your arms just get stuck to your chest.
We would refer to him as Mr. Burns when he started doing it.
Watch out! Too many Jello pudding pops, kids, and
It'll
get you.
Mr. Burns. Oh, speaking of tie-dye, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
He's got a pair of handcuffs and a hat.
Yeah,
He's not facing the Big Boss Man.
No, I can't understand why he's got the handcuffs and the nightstick and that.
Is this 1989 WWF or is this fucking 2000s WCW? I'm so lost.
He had to have left his gear, or he
Yeah.
that's all they had in the back, and said, put this on.
Just these Boss Man stuff. We got Don Morocco's tank top and the Boss Man stuff. Put it on and get out there, buddy.
Yeah, I figure maybe Kurt Hennig, zip tied his locker shut or something. So
That's probably what happened. That sounds like Kurt Hennig. I think it was Kurt Hennig that messed with the Rougeau's bags and then told the Rougeaus that it was the Dynamite Kid that started everything between them that got Dynamite's teeth knocked out by Rougeau and I think got the Bulldogs fired. I think that was all Kurt Hennig.
That all sounds pretty much like Kurt Hennig, so.
Yeah. I heard in WCW, he this is fucked up, shit in a paper bag. And there's a bunch of guys under the ring. And they get under the ring before the show, and Hennig goes out there, rips a little hole in the bag. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Puts the bag under there, and these guys are stuck with the bag of his shit.
Oh, we've got
him again. Look at this guy again.
What is going on?
I've had enough coked out crazy people for one day.
Oh,
let's get to coked out crazy people in the crowd. That guy's angry.
Why is he so angry? Who is that?
Maybe Shawn Michaels stole his girlfriend. Oh, we're still doing this. I thought we were going to the ring for a match. Call your local cable company provider or check out a super screen closed circuit near you. That does sound fun, though. I mean, I wouldn't do it now because wrestling fans are such marks. But in the 80s, that would be fun.
Yeah. That would have been fun. Go to cinema and watch it.
Yeah. Here we go.
I feel like the camera was somewhere and it just zipped away.
I think it was they went to it was like a commercial and then it was the end of it. Look at that mullet by Lynn Wagner here.
That is a great mullet.
That's like a mullet kids have nowadays too. That's the look now for a mullet.
With the fade down the side and the
it's ahead of his time here, old Wagner. He's taking on Ravishing Rick Rude, and this is his lucky day because this match is for the Intercontinental Championship. So Lynn Wagner can not only leave out here with the coolest mullet in 1989, but he can also be motherfucking Intercontinental Champion. And one podcaster believes in him, and it's Glenn because it's not me.
It's not me.
I'm not feeling Lynn Wagner walking away with the belt here.
No.
I do think he's going to call all of these women a bunch of
Worcester sauce sweatbags.
Yeah.
Is it my imagination or is he looking extra hairy?
It was just my imagination once again. Yeah, I think it. I think he does look a little more. Look at that guy. He's fresh from Revenge of the Nerds.
Bloody hell. He fancies Rick Rude, doesn't he?
I mean,
That's the one. That's a hell of a way to come out. on national telly.
Well, I'm sure a lot of men question their sexuality when they saw Rick Rude, so it's
Yeah.
fine. I'm sure that's absolutely fine. I'm fine. That's fine. There you go. Take it off. I want to see it. See, it's happening to me right now.
Oh, she wants a picture.
He likes it. Ooh, look at those green tights he's got on there. They look good on him, I gotta say. All right, Len. Come on, Lenny. Lenny can do it. Old Lenny can do it. Lenny Wagner. His mom's in the front row. He's from Worcester. She's like, come on, Lenny. Lenny, you can do it. After this, Lenny, we'll get you a good chicken parmesan, Lenny. You can do it, Lenny. Come on.
We believe in you.
Father Wagner believes in you.
Oh, nice little scoop slam.
Damn it. His mom is so disappointed in the front row. No, Mr. Root, stop it. You can't do it to Lenny. He just got that haircut. Stop it, Lenny. No. Oh, God. What's it?
Whoa. That was something.
Okay, finish it.
Poor Lenny.
Just
Bobby Heenan. I'm sure it was great, whatever he said, because it's Bobby Heenan.
we say far too
Ooh.
much.
That was a stiff clothesline. That was much just like a punch.
That was as stiff as that guy was looking at Rick Rude a minute ago. That's as stiff as that clothesline was.
We see far too much of jobbers being beaten up.
Well, that's how it happens, Glenn, usually. Don't worry, Glenn. Next week, we're going to watch some Memphis wrestling, and then after that, we're going to start SummerSlam, so we won't see any jobbers. We may see some on wrestling. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, here we go. It's going to be Rude Awakening.
There we go.
Did you have any of the Hasbro figures when you were little, Mayor?
I had a few.
You were more a LJN guy?
Yeah. I don't really remember having too many of the Hasbros, but I did have some.
See, LJN was more like when I was super little, so I had more of the Hasbro ones. And the Rick Rude one was perfect because his arm was up like this. And so he was perfect to do the Rude Awakening to the person. Hulk Hogan's arms were like flexed. That's not how am I supposed to do a leg drop with his arms flexed? His finishing move was in a fucking bear hug. Come on. Come on. This is my angry thoughts as a child, as a 6-year-old.
I heard that they repackaged the Rick Rude figure as 1-2-3 Kid in the Hasbros.
I could see it.
It's the same exact figure with a different head, I think.
Oh, who's this?
It's a lucky Worcester, Mass lady that's been invited into the ring here to, I don't know, kiss the champ. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening here. Her name
She looks a bit young for that.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. She does have very 90s hair. She's got a lot of Aquanet in that haircut she's got there. Oh, that's...
Yeah, hopefully they checked an ID on this one.
Yes, yeah.
I know it's 1989, guys. I don't think they did.
No, probably not.
That is an 80s shirt right there. If I've ever seen one that she's got on. Well, there we go.
They said she's gone now.
Yeah, she's gone now. Rick Rude dashed the dreams of young May. I don't remember his last name anymore. It was 5 minutes ago and I forgot it. Hold on.
Len Wagner.
Of young May Wagner, who was hoping her boy Lenny would bring home the Intercontinental Championship. Instead, he's just going to bring home that dope ass mullet and $50 probably.
Yeah, hopefully he still has it. The mullet, not the $50.
Well, the way you were talking about how you had your first $100 bill, I thought you meant
it. Could be. Some people could be savings
champions at the time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. To be honest with you, I did not know that the Braid Busters had ever won the WWF Tag Team Championships, and there's living proof right here that they did. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I certainly didn't.
I don't remember them winning it, but I knew they were there only like a year.
Yeah, it wasn't very long, was it?
Mm-hmm. Did they win it from
then they went back to WCW and got shat upon.
I'm wondering if they'd won it from the Steiners.
Well, I don't think Tully went back to WCW at that point. I think only Arn did.
He didn't. It was only Arn.
This is our 14th Dusty Rhodes promo on this show, and he's still dressed as the Big Boss Man.
Different singlet though.
Yeah, he's got Billy Graham shirt instead of fucking Don Morocco's.
Yeah.
Multiple tie-dye shirts just sitting around.
I need a guy in a tie-dye shirt. Where's Don Morocco and superstar Billy Graham? They're the only guys we know with tie-dye shirts every day. Come on, we need one. Let's get him in here. Look, Dusty, we don't want to know what you and Cody Rhodes' mom are going to do later with these handcuffs. This is ridiculous.
I feel like they just had poor Dusty cut like 50 promos that day.
We probably did. They were like,
Yeah.
we were supposed to have an Ultimate Warrior match, but it was so bad that we had to just do 10 Dusty Rhodes promos. At the Nashville Memorial, you can see Greg the Hammer, Valentine, and Dino. No, sign me out. I don't want to go. Thank you. I'll do better on a Saturday night than that. Show me something else. Nope, that's not good enough.
That's not going to do it either.
Okay, that's better. Now we're talking. Demolition, the Brainbusters. I'm in with that. Mayor was in Nashville around this time, weren't you?
No.
Oh, that's why.
Ah, that's it. There it is.
We solved the riddle here.
Dusty Rhodes was the Big Boss Man.
Oh God, no baby oil.
The king of baby oil against no baby oil.
God, he had to have hated Warrior.
I remember Bobby Heenan, like it was like if you ever needed to slow a Warrior down because Warrior was always going a million miles a minute, Warrior would hit the ropes a million miles a minute, and then Andre would just stick his fist out like this and wham! That would slow the Warrior down pretty fucking quick.
The Widowmaker, who's that?
Next week we'll see the Widowmaker, aka Barry Windham.
Oh.
Glenn, in looking up stuff for the life and times of Psycho Sid, that's the end of this episode of Superstars. I've found many stalker promos from the WWF in 1995 and 6, and those are just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Barry Windham, one of the best workers of all time, they brought him in as the stalker.
They mentioned him last week's Booking the Territory.
Yeah.
They're saying, what was Barry Windham doing sitting in a tree with his face painted green?
He was stalking things.
Yeah. At the end of his promos, he would go, I'm gonna get you. Which is not something you should say as a stalker.
No.
But most of them probably do.
Yes.
Glenn, who do we need? As usually I say, who do we need to plug before we get you to bed? But I don't think you're gonna go to bed this early, Glenn. So who do we need to plug before you get upon your day?
The aforementioned Unbooking the Territory with Dan and Rob doing the first and last of wrestling, their little side projects, Unstacking the Territory, Road to Wembley 1981 for Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks, and the most watched wrestling match ever. 18 million, I think it was. People watched that on TV and live, and also
the mayor's face just got so close to the screen.
Oh, that's what I thought you were going to say something.
No, you're good.
Being the Elite Gator Golf, they just finished on Series 2, where they've put away the Gator Golf clubs and did all sorts of other nonsense in the clubhouse. Also,
legitimate sports, Glenn.
Legitimate sports.
Yes. And, of course, the Doctor Who podcast with Danny Ansai. That's on SJP World Media. Sorry, I didn't sing it the first time. I had to do it again.
And DDT Wrestling with DC and Doc. They're back.
There you go. Make sure you check out all those fine people. And how about you, SummerSlam?
SummerSlam.
Slam some Matt Mayer on us.
Give our good friend Mr. Thomas Bryce a follow on the social media platforms at Thomas Bryce 2017 and check out his all of the great podcasts that he supports on Sports Wire Radio, which is sports with a Z, wireradio.org. And you can listen to us there. You can listen to other kind of wrestling podcasts, all sorts of podcasts on there. And also follow me on the old Twitter, the X, whatever you want to call it. You can catch me eating food, apparently. Maybe, I don't know. Still doing that. But every Wednesday, 6 p.m., give it a shot. Mayor of Canton.
Yes, at Mayor of Canton. It's not at some Mayor Slam. Not yet.
Don't.
Yeah, so make sure you give the Mayor a follow and check that out. Watch him eat floppy dick pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not again.
Which last time we did the show, we had to stop because of something happened, and I greeted the mayor with, "How's your floppy grandpa dick?" And he was very confused until he realized what I was talking about. So
Very confused.
Make sure you check out me and Glenn got a show out right now where we reviewed the first Halloween Havoc from 1989, and it had the Thunderdome match between the Great Muta, Terry Funk taking on Sting and Ric Flair. It was a lot of fun watching that thing. You can hear a hilarious story about the Dynamic Dudes on there too. So check that out. And of course, the Life and Times of Psycho Sid episode 41 is out right now, where he faces Goldust and then battles Vader to see who will become the number one contender for Shawn Michaels World Wrestling Federation Championship. And of course, next week, be on the lookout for our 98 review show, which we are calling The Good, The Bad, The Ugly, The Attitude Era, which will be out next week. I think we're going to do Thursday. It'll be out on Thursday. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. And that's it. That's all. I got nothing else to plug. The only thing left to do is for Glenn to say goodbye.